Hello. Okay, welcome to today's session. So for today we are going to look at the second part of the writing task. Okay, so for today we are going to look at how you are going to use whatever you have learned in your previous class in and apply it in your writing. Alright, so this exercise you can find on page 79. Okay, so we're going to look at task 6. So we are supposed to, okay, we are going to write about crime and punishment, right? So okay, if you look here, um okay, the task is you have been talking about crime and punishment in class. Now your teacher has asked you to write an essay for homework. Write your essay using all the notes and giving reasons for your point of view. Okay, so the task is, okay, so this is whatever your question is. Okay, just pretend that this is going to be your exam. Okay, so the question is, some people say that young offenders should be sent to an army camp for a while instead of being sent to prison. Right. So, before we move on to how you're going to write it, you need to understand what is the meaning of young offender, what is the meaning of army camp, and what is the meaning of prison. Right. So, if you look here, all right. So, what is the meaning of young offender? Sorry, let me just move this like this. Okay. So, young young offenders, which means offenders who are 18 years old and under. That is the meaning of young offenders. Now, what is the meaning of offenders themselves? Okay, so offenders are people who commit crimes and felonies. Oh, okay, right. Commits crimes and felonies, or uh, who went against the law. That is simple. So if you know the people, if people who went against the law means somebody who made mistakes. Okay, so that is the meaning of young, okay, offenders, which means young offenders means people who commit crimes and felonies who are 18 years old and under, which means, for example, if you people do mistakes, then you are considered as young offenders. If you are caught speeding on the road, or if you are caught stealing at the grocery stores, then you are considered as young offenders. Right. Okay, so we have, okay, look at what is the meaning of young offenders. Now we look at what is the meaning of army camp. Okay, so army we know is military. If military means soldiers. What about camp? A place. Camp is a place where the soldiers encamp, which means they stay, they eat, they train, okay, together. That is the meaning of encamp. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of prison? Okay, a place where all the juveniles, juveniles and offenders are kept or locked up if they are found guilty. Bukan semua, okay? Right, so now we're already looking at this. So now, what about you? What do you think? Should young offenders be sent to army camp or being sent to prison? Now, let's say that you think that young offenders should be sent to an army camp. Okay, so how are you going to do this? So now, Okay, so the easiest way is you just you just write back whatever you found in the question. Don't worry, easy way. So we'll do it this way. Okay, so we just say some people say that young offenders don't be afraid to use the same, okay, to use your question in your writing. Okay, so we'll just write here, some people say that young offenders should be sent to an army camp for a while instead of being sent to prison. Now, let's say if this is going to be a good thing because okay, I mean as in like it is better for them to be sent to army camp instead of prison, then you can say I, or rather than you just say I think, let's make it more formal. So you say, in my opinion, sorry, okay, it is better for the young offenders to be sent to an army camp for the a while instead of being sent to prison. Okay, we can keep it this way, or you can actually change the sentence because this looks the same. Okay, the thing is that if you are repeating sentences, it will look as if you have nothing to write. So let's just change that sentence. You can say, I agree to the idea. Okay, you just say, I agree to the idea that military enlistments are better. Oh, sorry, are a better option. You can just simply say like that because military enlistments and being sent to army camp is the same thing. So let's move to paragraph 2. Okay, you say, there are a few reasons as to why I support the idea of sending young offenders to army camps. First, yes, of course. Then you talk about why you think that young offenders should be sent to army camp. Okay, so maybe obviously you will say that in the army camp there can be discipline. So you can say young, okay, or you can say the strict rules and regulations in the army camp will discipline the young offenders. And then you give a reason why are you saying that. You can say they will have to follow instructions, Arhan, okay? Instructions given by the camp commander, and they will have less time thinking about their, sorry, well, let's just stick here. Or you can say they will have to follow instructions and undergo trainings given by the camp commander. By doing this, they will be more disciplined. Instead of you can say they're already more disciplined, you can just simply by doing this, the indirectly secara tidak langsung will learn to be better citizens. Simple. Okay, now let's go to paragraph 3. Okay, if you look at the plan there, okay, make a point about learning the life skills to support your opinion. So, okay, again, you can say, okay, next, by, okay, now we are talking about learning life skills. Kemahiran belajar secara sendiri. You can say, simply say, by sending the young offenders to the army camp, they will automatically, obviously, okay, learn how to be independent. Okay, and then after that you can just simply say they will have to do chores lah, kerja rumah on their own, and also follow the duty roster, cleaning, or you can just simply say dorm cleaning roster as per scheduled by their leader lah. Senang lah kan. In a way, they will adapt new skills such as cleaning skills, cooking skills, and even fixing skills. And even learn new things such as fixing broken gadgets. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so we're done with paragraph 3. Next, you go to paragraph 4. So paragraph 4 here says you need to use your own idea in support of or in contrast to other points to show why an opposing viewpoint is wrong. So you can just, okay, so you can support, again, you can support or you want to go against. Let's just make it, okay, you have already supporting. So if you want to go to in contrast, you can just simply say, however, sending the young offenders can also be a negative thing. This, can also be a, okay lah, let's put it as this way. Okay, this advantage, okay, just put it just as disadvantage, you can say. And then we think of problems that might rise in an army camp. So for example, you can just simply say, since there are all boys in the camp, so you can just simply say the young offenders can be victims to You simply say to let's just put a very worst scenario. You can say to homosexuals victims to, or let's not go to that far, to bullies, to bully, just simply can be bully victims. This is because senior officers, sorry, if in the army camp, will have advantages, sorry, in uh, coercing, memaksa the young offenders, oh sorry, coercing them, let's just them into doing chores. Let's just put it like that way, doing chores on behalf of, sorry, them. Apa lagi ya? Okay. Okay, never mind. Let's just read back. Some people said the young offenders should be sent to an army camp for a while instead of being sent to prison. Prison. In my opinion, I agree to the idea that military enlistment is a better option. There are a few reasons as to why I support the idea of sending offenders to army camps. First, the strict rules and regulation in blah 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 in the young offenders, they will have to follow instruction and undergo trainings given to the camp commander. By doing this, they indirectly will learn to be better citizens, obviously. Okay, next, by sending the young offenders to the army camp, they will have to do chores on their own and follow the long cleaning rosters as prescribed by their leaders. In a way, they will adapt new skills such as cleaning skill, cooking skill, and even learn new things such as fixing broken gadgets. Okay, good. However, sending the young offenders to the army camp can also be a disadvantage. Since there are all boys in the camp, the offenders can be bullied. This is because this is because senior officers in the camp will have advantages in coercing them into doing chores on behalf of them. In the longer run, this will be a let's not put it that way. Let's not put tradition. Let's just see, in the long run, this will be a problem, as this will become a habit that is difficult to be changed between the young offenders, between the younger and the senior officers. So, okay, let's put it that way, okay? And last, we just say, you can put in conclusion, to sum, to conclude. So let's just put, okay, for me, I will put here to sum up, and then you just put a general idea. So you can say, I think it is a good thing to have the young offenders to be sent to the army camp for a while rather than being sent to the prison. However, there are more advantages outweighing outweighing the disadvantages, but I think every I think we need to be cautious as well in order to avoid um, the worst case scenario to happen. So basically kita nak cakap yang okay, so means that obviously semua pihak perlu berganding tangan lah untuk mengelak daripada terkena dengan macam kita cakap sini bully. So and then you just simply say apa lagi ya? And then you put a comment lah, then you can say while it may be a good thing, we also need to remember that these young offenders are still young and they will be okay, let's just change this. It is hoped that from the military enlistment that the young offenders will learn to be better people in order to serve our nations once they have finished serving their time in the future. Habis. Okay, so what you're going to do is that you're going to copy the essay later on in your foolscap paper, and then once you're finished, you send to me your completed work. So if you have any questions, please feel free to WhatsApp me. Okay?